Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I just felt really strongly called to bring you a message. So I have a few decks. I have the Muse Tarot, the Tarot Familiars. This unicorn, it was calling me strongly too, so I'm going to start out with that, and we also have the Sword of Light Oracle. I want to make this quick, but I feel like there is a message for, it could be for me, it could be for you, you know. Take what you feel resonates, disregard the rest, guys. Go about your day and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. And to me, that's personal freedom, personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. That's your power to do, my friends. So I'm just going to take a moment to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, as well as any of my spirit guides or your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective. I ask them to join us, to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible and delivering messages that are for the farthest good and farthest reaching. I'm not going to look at that yet, but that would be the first thing that we're going to check out here. And just for all my subscribers, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking it out, even though I'm not as consistent with readings and all that anymore. But I do so appreciate you guys being here. So let's see what that tarot familiar was. The Knave of Swords. For some of you, what I heard is this is a message incoming. Something coming, or it's also this message, but they're like, no, there is a message incoming. It could be also that whatever this message is holding a key to something that you've been looking for, searching for, or waiting to hear from for a long time. Okay, and with that light too, it's going to bring enlightenment, because if you see, this key holds the light, and also the light's coming through this doorway. So whatever message, this could be a new understanding, this could be something like when you're watching television and all of a sudden like a light bulb clicks. But whatever this is, this key that you're going to be given is going to be opening this new doorway. And what they're saying is into the passage of light. So it's going to be important for you. What I heard is they said to choose to open it. To choose, is this my door? And to not be afraid when that message or when that little key piece of information comes into you. So this is a page, so it's the beginning, but it's something that's going to start you, again, they're saying, on this path of enlightenment. So you have two things that came out with the magical unicorns, and one was water and the other is change. And the changes that you're going through are positive. And drink more water and eat foods with water in them, such as fruits and vegetables, especially if you're in, you know, climates where it's really, really hot right now. You want to make sure that you're not getting dehydrated. Or I also heard if you are at risk of, like, you know, everyone's talking about the diarrhea parasite, but keeping hydrated, okay? But changes are positive. And the song that popped into my head, it's the only thing that stays the same is everything change. It's country. Trying to think of the word. It's a 90s country song, but the only thing that stays the same is everything changes, basically, right? So you have the Three of Swords, that's in the reverse, the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Material. Interesting that the Three of Voices and the choices here, both of them too, having these what I heard is this intersection, right? This often with the Three of Swords is heartbreak, and this Seven of Materials is kind of like, I feel like it's an indecision. But this Seven of Voices, my brain, what I heard is like, your brain could be playing tricks on you or has been playing tricks on you. And this is where it's like, it's really going to be important. You see again here this light through this door, that you're listening to your own inner voice, okay? That if there are things and conflicting options around you, you need to listen to what's in your heart, because what I heard is like, we're coming into a pretty stable time, okay? This is growth as well with this tree and fruitfulness, but there's also stability and family life. Can you tell me about this, please? I'm going to pull a few more tarot, but I was really guided to bring this Sword of Light messages from Archangel Michael. And this is a Radley Valentine. Thank you. And it says, number 26. Recognize the signs from above. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to guidance, divine guidance. And also important that crows, this bird, they are up above. So if you hear crows or if you hear different birds, pay attention. In this one in particular, it is a dove, but you have they're saying a few things. One, pentacles coming, okay? And to hold on to what's yours, because sometimes you have this. You've got this 10 of Pentacles. But if we're so busy looking at what other people have or what we feel like we don't have, and the potentially here with the 7 of materials in the reverse, this lack of what we think we have, we're not going to see what's right in front of us. So also, they're talking to me about white butterflies. If you see these in your garden, pay attention to them, okay? And also pay attention to the thoughts, realizations, or anything like that that you have while you see this butterfly, or what you think about. Is there anything else from this deck, Spirit, that you would like to clarify this recognize the signs of above? Talking about the water. Oh, thank you. Okay, so something fell here. And it says, let it go. Frozen. It's been a long time since I thought about that. But the situation no longer serves you. Allow me to serve your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. Or sever your energetic. Okay, and again, we've got blue butterflies here. So blue butterflies could be very, very important as well. For some of you, what I heard is tattoo, okay? That you may have this. It feels a little specific for me because I do. Okay, but that blue butterfly, there's like much like this, there's transformation in the truth, because that's our throat chakra. Okay, so allowing to sever the ties of what I heard is like disillusionment or things that have kept you stagnant, because if they're keeping you stagnant, this again could be mindsets. It's not allowing the change in the growth. And also what I heard is like we are currently in Mercury retrograde right now. So there could be a lot of understandings coming that it has to do with the past, but it's time to kind of like, what I heard is like break those chains, because again, there's so much power in what's coming next. Alright, so let's get a little bit more from this Familiars, Tarot Familiars. Please, Spirit, any guidance going forward for anyone who's watching this. Talk to me about recognize the signs. Wow, half the deck. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. 5 of Swords in the reverse. 7 of Wands, the Tower, the Magician. 2 of Cups in the reverse. 6 of Pentacles, the Star. King of Pentacles, the Devil. There's a lot here. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit, can you give me a little clearer understanding? I feel like there's a lot. It's a lot in your Pentacles here. There's a lot in the material space, because we also have the 7 of materials, the 10 of materials. You've got the 7 of voices, which is the 7 of swords, the Knave of Swords, or Page of Swords. So there's a lot of things that have, what I heard is there's mental space stopping you from moving forward in the material. And we have the Tower coming through. So this is changes. And we have changes here too. So the only... everything changes. My gosh, why can't I think about this? This song is... I don't know if it's Time Marches On. Okay. Tell me about this, please. What's the changes? What is the Tower about? What's the Tower all about? You have the 3 of Swords in the reverse here, which is how this 3 of Swords came out. So I'm going to take this stack. It's a lot. The 3 of Swords in the reverse. 7 of Swords in the reverse. This is 7 of Swords, so... King of Wands in the reverse, the Four of Swords in the reverse. We have a Knave of Wands in the upright, the Five of Cups in the reverse, the Moon. So something definitely has been hidden. And there's a lot of what it feels like, because there's so much in the reverse. There's this, the Peace of Mind's in the reverse. The Five of Cups is kind of in the reverse. These swords in the reverse. I feel like for some of you, this is potentially on purpose. Trying to block out like crappy memories and things that are hurting your soul. And for some of you, it's because it's just, you know that bringing them back isn't going to help anything, right? Or focusing on that's not going to help anything. You have the Knave of Swords here, the Six of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Now that is, you have the King of Wands in the reverse as well. So for some of you, this is, you could have Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius in your chart. I feel like there's a lot of air here. But it's also because we're all up in our space, our brain space. But something is either lurking under the surface, it's hidden under the surface. And somebody is wanting to kind of bring about the change, because this is another knave, another page. Say, you know what, like, I'm thinking it's time. The watch there. So with this Knight of Swords, this is coming in a little faster. For some of you, what I heard is it could be someone else that's kind of spilling the beans or spilling the tea, giving the information here, because there's a lot of things that are suppressed. But with this Eight of Swords and the Six of Wands in the reverse, until we let that go, and where did it go? We sever those energetic ties, things are not going to change, and Spirit is guiding you that that's what needs to happen here. That, again, if we don't let those distractions go, we're not going to be able to see this light when it's coming, because we've surrounded ourselves with so much darkness. Or when we see the light, it's going to be blinding, because again, we've surrounded ourselves with so much darkness. So it is very important, because throughout this is a progression of the starting point to a little bit louder, where it can't be quiet anymore. And it could have to do, I heard, with finances. It could have to do with like a work, but I also feel like it's about the way you move in this world. It's about how you build your world. All right, I'm going to leave one parting message here. Spirit, any final advice? Tell me about the Knave of Wands and that Moon. It's the Knave of Wands, the King of Queen of Wands, and the Moon. Either that, or like there's something hidden. There's definitely something hidden. And you have the Knight of Voices. Where'd it go? Which is the same as the Crow. That is yippity yapping. The Eight of Voices underneath here too, which is this Eight of Swords. Definitely whatever it is that's caused you heartbreak and had you hiding behind this door. If you look, right, this door, hiding, sad, and piercing straight to the heart. There it is. There's information again coming that's going to help shed light on this and open this door up. For some of you, what I did here was maybe at one point you've closed that door to your heart on purpose. Said no more entry. I've been hurt. I don't want to let anybody else in. I don't want to allow myself the opportunity for hurt. And Spirit saying, that, my dear, is a mistake. Because the only thing you're doing is, it does feel like protection at the time. This is metaphorically. But they're like, this space just becomes dead space then. And held with hurt. Kind of like water. Because if they're talking to me about like a well or a pond. If you cut off the other water sources to it, that water's undrinkable. You don't want to swim in that pond. You don't want to fish in that pond. It's stagnant. And more than likely going to get that nasty algae shit on top of it, right? Our brain, our hearts, they're like that. We need fresh air. We need clean water. We need to allow these emotions to come in. And what they're saying is it's going to be important to purge it. So whatever it is, recognize the signs from spirit. Like take the top here, which is honest with yourself. If I've hit a nerve, be honest with yourself. What was it that I said that got you in your feels? Because it says all my feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and let source take it from there. And that's what I'm going to say as a parting thing, is that if there is something that you feel is just so far out of your control, let it go. Give it to God. Ask Archangel Michael for help with this. And, what they're saying is go move your body. Potentially go get in a body of water. Do something that's going to change this up. And for some of you, they're telling me if you are looking to do some chakra work, it is important to open your heart chakra. It's going to be incredibly important over the next few weeks, the next few years. But if you want to see change in your world, it is important on your awakening to let that new energy flow into your heart. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.